Today on Out West, we are getting in touch with our wild side as we head to some of the best places in Colorado to see creepy crawlies, a sanctuary for lovable lions, and we might even spot a mermaid or two.
It's all coming up next here on Out West. Welcome to Out West. I'm your host, Maddie Baker. On today's episode, we are getting up close and personal with animals.
We're heading over to the Butterfly Pavilion in Westminster to see what all the buzz is about. And then we'll head over to the Wild Animal Sanctuary in Keensburg to learn how to protect these wild animals.
But first, we are here at the Downtown Aquarium in Denver, where we are going to dive undersea in the Rocky Mountains.
The Downtown Aquarium features a public aquarium boasting more than 1 million gallons of underwater exhibits that highlight fascinating ecosystems from around the world. Downtown Aquarium houses over 500 species of animals, the interactive Stingray Reef touch tank, and yes, actual mermaids. With a full-service restaurant, an upscale bar, a fully equipped ballroom, aquatic and geographic exhibits, Downtown Aquarium has it all.
Hi guys, we are here at the Downtown Aquarium with Chad. Hi Chad.
Hi, good morning.
So tell us a little bit about the aquarium.
People think of the aquarium as a place with lots of fish and things of that nature. We actually have over 900 different species of animals in our building and 10,000 individual animals. Fish are a big part of them, sharks, but we also have 3 Sumatran tigers and some other mammals.
That's great. And so you guys are really busy in the summertime, but you're open all year round?
We're open 365 days a year. And yeah, the summertime is a great time to visit, but also the fall when it's cold outside. The Downtown Aquarium is a great escape to, get out of the weather, but summertime is fantastic. We have our train running, our carousel running. There are lots of activities, outdoor activities that we do in the summertime also.
So I understand you can actually get in the water with a fish. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. We have 2 fantastic programs that we offer our guests. We have a snorkel with the fish or a swim with the fish program where anybody who can snorkel can get in one of our tanks and swim around with the fish with some of our scuba instructors. But we also have a dive with the sharks program, which is fantastic. You do have to be scuba certified, but you can get into our shark tank again with our certified scuba divers and dive with the sharks. It's a great experience.
That's great. And you guys do shows at the aquarium.
The Downtown Aquarium is home to the Mystic Mermaids, so it's a very popular part of our exhibit, and we have mermaid shows that run daily. Check our website for show times because they do change based on seasonality, but we do have mermaids that swim in the aquarium. Yes, ma'am.
That's great. And you mentioned the tigers. What other unique animals do you guys have?
The tigers are very popular with our guests. As I mentioned, they're Sumatrans, so they are critically endangered, so it's an honor for us to be able to house them. We have a brand new river otter that was just added to our collection a couple months ago named Oliver the Otter.
And right now, we are being greeted by one of these animals, the stingray.
Now this is a southern stingray. We do have a species of stingray that our guests can touch and interact with and feed. They're cow-nose stingrays. Would you like to head up to our Stingray Reef and check them out?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Here with Jessica, an aquarium biologist here at Stingray Reef. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit about this area.
Well, this is a great opportunity for our guests to enjoy. This is our Stingray Reef exhibit, and in here we have 2 species of stingray. We have our cow-nose stingray. They're going to have the triangular bodies and funny looking flaps under their face and a bumpy nose. And then we have another species there at the far end over there, and those are called southern stingrays. So they're going to be really big and round. Their mouths are on the underside of their body. So these 2 species of stingrays live here permanently. This is their home, and our guests can come and they interact with them and they can feed these animals. So we have some different kinds of seafood today. We have fish and we have shrimp. So these are two of the kinds of food that they eat. They are fed every single day, and so we do try to balance that diet. In the summer, we're very busy, so these animals get to interact with a lot of kids and a lot of guests. Their diets, we try to make sure that we give them supplements. They get vitamins, they get a different variety of food, and we make sure that they're healthy and they're content in this exhibit here at the aquarium.
Well, that's great. So you are going to show me how to feed the stingrays.
We are. So this is their breakfast. So
Okay.
we're hoping they're going to be really excited about this. But we're going to take some of this food and we're going to stick it between our fingers.
Does it matter which end?
It does not.
Okay.
So I'm going to put heads down on these fingers. I'm going to try and put a few out. So then you're going to make a fist and
Okay.
close your thumb over that.
Okay.
And you're going to offer the food to the stingray with your fist down. So we can see this cow nose coming over here.
Oh my gosh, he eats from the bottom?
Yeah, so they're gonna eat off the bottom. So when people are feeding, a lot of times they wanna feed up here, but there you don't jump. They're not, they don't leap out of the water for their food. They do eat in the water.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So this one might come. So keep your hand in there below,
Okay.
further down.
Okay.
You can do this.
I can do this. I feel like if little kids can do this.
There you go now. It's a great experience. You do get wet. We are an aquarium. It will be
Yeah.
okay. This is the ocean.
It'll
So
be okay.
if you've ever been to the ocean, it's the same experience. This is salt water. We actually make all of our salt water 45,000 gallons at a time.
That was so cool. It's wild. It looks like they're gonna grab from this way.
They aren't, and their mouth is below their eyes. So if you look, it is behind these openings. These are called spiracles, and you can sort of think of them like a snorkel when they're laying on the bottom and chewing on food. So now you got to keep track. Which one did you feed?
Oh, the brown one.
They all do have stingers. We do not remove their stingers, but stingrays only use their stingers for self-defense and only if they can't swim away or hide. We trim them. They grow like your fingernails do. They're made out of the same material, and so we can trim them periodically just so they're not so sharp that they're a little more blunt. So if you look and see that tiny triangular fin, right behind it is where their stinger is going to be.
Oh, okay.
And so it's going to be about that long. There you go. Well, now that you've been immersed in the
know.
experience.
That was great. And anybody can come and feed the stingrays 365.
Yes. So if you've come and you've paid your aquarium admission and you're visiting the facility, you can come and feed our stingrays.
Well, what a cool experience to get up close and personal with the animals.
Get a little bit wet.
Yeah.
And you can meet some of our great animals. You know, sharks and stingrays get a really bad reputation, and they are incredibly friendly, intelligent, gentle animals. They all have personalities. And so it's really great for people to meet them, for our guests to interact with them.
Well, Jessica, thank you so much. We've had a great time at the aquarium.
You're welcome.
The animal fun isn't over yet as we head over to the Butterfly Pavilion next here on Out West.
Welcome back to Out West. We're at the Butterfly Pavilion in Westminster, Colorado. Let's go on inside and see what all the buzz is about.
Step inside the Butterfly Pavilion, where the main exhibit is an indoor rainforest filled with 1,200 free-flying tropical butterflies. But the butterflies are just the beginning. Home to over 5,000 animals, including Rosie the tarantula, the Butterfly Pavilion is really the zoo of small wonders and big experiences.
the Butterfly Pavilion, obviously. I'm joined with Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
How you doing?
So tell us a little bit about the Butterfly Pavilion.
Sure. So Butterfly Pavilion is a 30,000 square foot facility. It sits on about 12.5 acres. We are an accredited Association of Zoos and Aquariums facility, which means we are the only one in Colorado and the only one in the world that focuses on invertebrates with that sort of accreditation.
So we are in the butterfly room.
We are in Wings of the Tropics.
Okay, there we go.
And this is where the butterflies live and eat and fly around. And so this facility hosts 1,600 individual different butterflies and about 10 different species.
So this is truly an interactive experience.
Sure, you get to walk around the Wings of the Tropics and experience butterflies up close and personal. Sometimes they get to land on you.
That is great. So not only do you get to interact with butterflies, but you are also pretty famous for your tarantula?
That is correct. Rosie the tarantula is our world famous mascot, if you will, and you get to hold her, and I think you'll be holding her today.
I like trying to make sure this is not freaking me out. I know. Do I get a sticker now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah! Only for professional spider handlers, like the 4-year-old over there. And people can come any time of year. What is there seasons?
We are open 7 days a week from 9 to 5. We are a great value. It's not an all-day trip. You can enjoy and experience the Butterfly Pavilion in about 2 hours from start to finish.
That's great. It's truly just a great experience for little guys too, because they don't really get to have these kind of experiences as a child.
I would agree. I think some of these little guys are a lot braver than some of the bigger guys. They love to hold Rosie and get right into it.
Okay, so a question I've always had is, what are the differences between butterflies and moths?
You know, that's a great question for one of our scientists, Amy.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am here with Amy. Amy, the question is, what is the difference between butterflies and moths?
Well, butterflies and moths are in the same insect group. They're called the Lepidoptera because they both have scaly wings. So moths often have very feathery antennae, whereas butterflies have skinny. So I always think of it like this versus this is a moth, this is a butterfly. So it's an easy way for you to tell them apart.
That's great.
At least in most cases, because you know how nature is, lots of exceptions.
That's a great part about it. So we are obviously in front of this huge praying mantis. Yeah. Tell us about him.
So Pete the praying mantis is sort of one of our mascots here at Butterfly Pavilion. People really relate to praying mantises. And he's actually what I would consider a beneficial insect in the garden. So we don't use pesticides in our gardens. But what we do is make habitat for things like praying mantises and ladybugs to come and eat our bad bugs for us.
So tell us a little bit about the butterflies that you guys house here.
Sure. So at any one time, there are over 1,600 butterflies flying in our Wings of the Tropics exhibit. They come from all over the tropical world, from Africa, from Central and South America, from Southeast Asia, from Australia. And basically what happens is people who are farmers, they are able to keep the rainforest intact and cultivate butterflies as a crop instead of cutting everything down and grazing cattle. So we get boxes full of cotton wool and pupa. Then every day we release them into our tropical exhibit where they can fly and live out their lives, and all of us can enjoy them.
So they come here and they have, basically you guys have created this habitat for them to live off of. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So inside Wings of the Tropics, we have over 200 different kinds of plants. Most of these kinds of plants are there to make sure there's plenty of nectar for butterflies, because that is what they eat. They need that for fuel. If they don't have that, they're not flying. So part of my job is actually to make sure that there's things blooming all through the year. Even in the darkest winter, coldest winter's months, we have food for those butterflies. We help people think that, hey, there's a rainforest in the middle of Colorado.
Yeah, it's such a special experience. And you were saying something about how part of the job is to really make sure that the butterflies there aren't laying eggs on the plants. Is that the correct term?
No, you're right, you're right. So our butterflies are from different parts of the world. They're not from Colorado. And so we need to make sure that they stay in that exhibit, and we need to make sure that they don't go maybe overpopulate the exhibit. Let me give you a comparison. If we tried to feed all the caterpillars that those butterflies used to be, we would need a facility the size of a football field. Caterpillars eat a ton. So part of my job is to make sure we choose the right plants that those caterpillars will not eat and the butterflies will not lay their eggs on, so that we keep getting the butterflies from butterfly farms, and we're not facing like a scorched earth, you know, it's completely eaten up rainforest in there.
And you guys are bringing this out into the communities. You're not just stationed here in this one place.
You're absolutely right, Maddie. So one of the things that we do is we plant pollinator habitats throughout the Front Range region. So we've gone all the way up to Fort Collins, all the way down to Colorado Springs, in planting gardens that have the same characteristics that our gardens here have, and senior centers and schools and hospitals and people's homes. I mean, anybody who wants to add pollinator habitat, it's not hard, and it's really makes your landscape more beautiful, but it's so important for our pollinators.
Wow, well thank you so much, Amy. This has been a great experience. If you guys haven't come to the Butterfly Pavilion, head on up, you have to check it out. Wow, that was so much fun. You guys butterfly in and check out Butterfly Pavilion here in Westminster, Colorado.
Hi, I'm Ben, zookeeper of over 5,000 animals at the Butterfly Pavilion. Come along with me for an adventure into the realm of Rosie, our famous tarantula. Then let's get immersed in the world of amazing sea creatures at water's edge. Now it's off to the rainforest, where thousands of butterflies rule the sky. Let's wrap it up with a visit to our gardens and nature trails. Transport yourself to the Butterfly Pavilion today. It's the zoo of small wonders and big experiences. Birthday parties are a blast. Bring us to your door or party here. Visit butterflies.org for more information.
When we get back, we are heading up to Keensburg to the Wild Animal Sanctuary. Stay with us. Wild Animal Sanctuary is the home to over 330 animals, including bears, tigers, and lions. Visitors can view these animals in their natural habitats from elevated walkways accessed from the Education Center. The stated mission of the sanctuary is to rescue captive large carnivores who have been abused, abandoned, or illegally kept, to create a wonderful life for as long as they live.
Hi, you guys. I am here at the Tiger Roundhouse with Kent. Hi, Kent.
Hello, how are you doing, Maddie? Nice to have you.
Thank you so much. So it's not just you and I. Obviously, we have some friends behind us. Tell us a little bit about where we are right now.
This is our Tiger Roundhouse, and this is where all of our tigers begin their stay here. And we have a number of tigers right here behind us that have only been here about 2 to 2.5 months. We rescued 6 tigers, and we have Frida and Panchito and Diego and Cucho and Bastet and Yoya. And they're right here. You've seen that they've been doing quite a bit of interacting.
Yes.
Which is kind of the initial part of their rehabilitation.
Tell us a little bit about the Wild Animal Sanctuary as a whole. What does that look like for you guys?
Well, it's an incredible place. There's no place like it in the world. We have 720 acres, and on that 720 acres, we have over 400 animals.
Oh my goodness.
For example, we have over 150 bears. About 40 to 50 of those are grizzly bears. We have almost 70 African lions, almost 50 tigers. We have close to 20 mountain lions, and the list goes on and on. You and I are kind of in a special place right now because we're at ground level, but we get 200,000 people a year. So we could never have 200,000 people a year down here because it would just put too much pressure on the animals. So we have this incredible walkway system that's about 30 feet above the ground, and it allows us to view these animals behaving naturally. And it's a very unique way to see animals. It's pretty much unique in the world as far as having almost 1.5 miles of it.
So this place, I mean, is truly a sanctuary. It's not a zoo.
Yep, and I'm glad you appreciate that. Because sometimes people come out here and think it's going to be like any old zoo experience. But our motto has always been, we're a sanctuary for animals, not a zoo for people. And what that means is, this is the animals' home. This is their home for the rest of their lives. And that when people come out here, and even those of us who work here, we want people to come out, to love them, to fall in love with our mission and to support us, but also to learn about the captive wildlife crisis so that we don't have to keep rescuing all these captive-born carnivores, because they shouldn't be in captivity. And so it is a sanctuary environment. We ask them to come out and just be respectful.
I mean, and that's what makes this place so special. It makes it such a unique experience from anything you're gonna find in Colorado, and that's why people really have to come out here and experience it for themselves.
They do, because this place, you can't even imagine it, even if you look at our website. Most people kind of picture a zoo or a drive-through wildlife park, because we've all maybe done something like that. But this is neither of those. It's better than either one of those. And you just can't picture the scale of it, for one thing. And you can't imagine seeing 20 bears in one habitat.
And where are you guys finding these animals? Where are they coming from?
Well, that's the most crazy question you could ask, because the answer is so crazy.
Yeah.
We find them in crawl spaces, in basements, in tool sheds, in corn cribs. We find them at photo studios, taxidermy shops. So they come from these places. They've all been raised in captivity. And then we bring them here, we rescue them, and we give them a home for life. And we start to socialize them into groups, and becomes their home forever.
How do you guys stay afloat? I mean, it is just a huge undertaking, I assume, to put this on and to house these animals.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing how much goes on out here. And I really appreciate it when people come out and see how much has to go into it. Is the result of people either donating their time, their labor. So everything you see is a result of donations and people supporting us. People that love our animals, they love what we're doing, they just want to be a part of it, and people find ways to do that.
Obviously, people have to come out and experience this. What are your hours like out here?
We're only closed 4 days a year.
Oh, wow.
Yep, 4th of July or Independence Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Otherwise, we're open every other day of the year. We open at 9 and we close at sunset. So on the shortest days in the winter, we close at 4:30.
Okay.
And just so people think that you can only come out here in the summertime, which is a great time, of course, in the winter is actually probably a better time if you want to see cats. They prefer the cool weather.
Okay. Good to know.
We always recommend people come out here all 4 seasons of the year.
Well, thank you so much. We're excited to check out the rest of the park.
Okay, enjoy your visit.
Thank you. Need your help and support, so come on out and visit the Wild Animal Sanctuary to see these animals living wild and free.
The Wild Animal Sanctuary, located just 30 minutes from downtown Denver, is home to over 200 rescued exotic animals. The Wild Animal Sanctuary has been rescuing exotic and endangered wildlife since 1980. Many of the animals were abandoned, abused, illegally kept as pets, or rescued from other terrible situations. Come to the Wild Animal Sanctuary. Your visit ensures a safe home to at-risk animals. Or visit wildanimalsanctuary.org to help support these animals. The Wild Animal Sanctuary, saving lives for over 29 years.
Well, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Remember to get out there and get wild, because only you can truly experience Colorado. I'm Maddie Baker, and we'll see you guys next time on Out West.
Hello, Oliver. Oh, that's cute. There you go. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, how cute is that? They love each other. He is scared of him.